I remember every single mistake that I have made throughout my entire life, but do you know what I don't remember? What the hell happens in the season 1 to 4 of Game of Thrones? What? No, I mean season 1 to 4 of Stranger Things. Stranger Things, that's the show I'm reviewing. So I think I'm gonna go on YouTube first and look at one of those recap videos where they tell you about entire season in less than 5 minutes. So I'm all caught up now, and I completely forgot that season 4 actually ends on a cliffhanger. It's been so long since I watched it. God, it takes so long between two seasons. And season 1, 2, 3 again, they were so much fun, really cutesy, nostalgic stuff. Season 4 again, spectacular production quality. Vecna stuff very entertaining. Russia stuff really lame and boring. So I hope there's more of Vecna and Upside Down stuff, and I really hope they end season 5. Like they end the story in season 5. Just no more of it, please. Let's go watch episode 1 and see. So that was pretty good. I had a lot of fun. I like the idea that they have this time skip in a sense that at the end of season 4 it ends on a cliffhanger. Basically, entire Hawkins, if you remember, is splitting apart. There's like lots of cracks in the land, and upside down stuff is coming out. All the cracks that happen in Hawkins are covered up by these metal rails, and military has complete control over the town. It feels more like authoritarian dictatorship type stuff. What I've found surprising is that there's so much military action in Upside Down. When camera zooms out of that doctor's office and you see this massive military base inside Upside Down, I was like, yep, that's crazy, but makes a lot of sense, because if humanity ever got their hands on a place like this, the first thing we are doing is like lots of military action. Just how we go, man. The thing I was worried about though was the kids being older, because the actors in real life like all are 20 plus now, but they look fine. I think the makeup and the presentation, the way have they do it, it's okay. There is a couple of scenes where they needed to show like the younger Will from the first season, and that VFX did look a little bit awkward. Like even in the dark situation, you could see that there is some uncanny valley situation going on. But outside of that, I'm fine with it. Like they did a good job of, making them look 16, 17 rather than 22, 23. I also really like how Dustin's character is handled here. Like he's still heavily impacted by Eddie's death, and he's trying to become basically another Eddie. And the way he's becoming somewhat unreasonable and aggressive, I completely get it. He's a bit annoying, but I get it. And I'm glad that they did something interesting with him rather than just turning him into this another cute goofball moment. Eleven and Sadie Sink's character, though, like completely on back burner. They didn't have anything to do the whole episode. So I'm really interested to see like which direction their characters go in. And another thing I really appreciated is that even though the show is massive right now, like it is like one of the biggest show on planet, but they're still not cutting back on the brutality and the violence of it. Like that opening scene with Baby Will. Then there's the scene with Dustin in the graveyard where he gets brutally beaten up. I really liked it. I like how gruesome and real the violence feels. They're not holding back. Also, not a big fan of this love triangle that is going on. Just let it go, right? It was amazing when it happened, but Steve's character has finally moved on, and he had so much development. Like, why are you bringing him back into this love triangle? It doesn't make any sense. Not fun, not enjoying it. Let it go. I also like the cliffhanger the show ends on. Still, I'm a bit worried about how they handle that sister character. I hope she doesn't turn into something annoying. And I was also wondering, like, which character will they turn into death of the season? Because every season, as we know, they bring in a new, cute, lovable character just for it to die at the end. So I'm not seeing anyone so far. My closest guess is the Robin's girlfriend character. I think she's gonna die this season. Or maybe the show actually goes all in. They know it's the final season and they have balls of steel and they kill some of the major characters. If they go from the main cast, I think it's gonna be Steve Harrington. Just guessing. I don't know what's gonna happen. It was a solid episode. I'm really excited and I really wanna see episode 2 now. So I'm gonna go and watch. So, they really thought they did something with that plot twist, didn't they? This is so... It was so obvious. It was like, really... I can't think of a single person who did not see it coming. Just like, yeah, of course, that's Wekna. Everybody knew it. I mean, that's why I didn't even mention it after my first episode review, because I thought, oh, it's not a big deal. Like, even the show is not building it up that much. Everybody knows it's Vecna talking to the little girl. Come on. But nope, this entire episode was built up like, oh, the Nancy and her brother are running around with notepads, making this poor mother right. It's like, who's the guy? And then they have this big reveal at the end. I think something that was much more interesting is like how it turned out that the will, what he was looking up in the sky, was actually the visions of the little sister. I think that was much more creative, and overall it felt more like a in-betweener episode. You know, like interesting stuff happens in episode 1, probably interesting stuff will happen in episode 3, and this is more like just the connecting episode. A lot of character moments, people talking to each other, and it was also very convenient how quickly Elle and Hopper just run into each other. It's just like Elle enters and suddenly bam. I was like, maybe build it up a little bit, who knows. But other than that, I like the moment where they just sit down and finally talk. And I said, like, at the end of episode 1 reaction that, hey, it would be really amazing if show has balls and it actually kills important characters. And at the beginning of episode 2, I was impressed. I was like, oh, that's actually really cool. They just killed off like both Nancy's parents. That's badass. That's impressive. And then nope, both of them survive. Come on, stop doing this like bait and switch. And I also find it hilarious like how little of a damn is given about about the father. Like, no one cares about Nancy's father. It's just like, yeah, he's there, whatever. He might survive or not, who cares? It was so cool, like, how much they built up. It's like, oh, the Demigorgon is here. And the legit, like, the brutal killing. Again, the prosthetic and makeup, mwah. This show kills it, man. Again, such a good presentation. But kind of cheap. So overall, I have mixed feeling about this episode. That was a plot twist. I did not see it coming. Like, they like made up for the episode 2 twist. This is much better. Happy with what happened. I did not see that Max reveal coming at all, and I was a bit sus. I was like, why is there like literally as I was about at the end of this episode, I definitely did not connect. I don't want to seem like smarter than I am, but I did wonder. I was like, it's almost 3 episodes. Like, did Sadie Sink piss off someone on the like the producer side and they're cutting off her role away? Like, what the hell is going on? But this reveal was cool. That was really cool. Another one that was really nice, that Vecna, I mean, this is not 100% confirmed because it is just like a loose vision that we see through 11. Vecna being prisoner with military actually makes a lot of sense, in a sense that they have him captured and now Vecna needs some help to get out. But on the other hand, military also needs some help to like completely take control of Vecna and maybe make him their slave or something like that, or to destroy him, I don't know. But seems like that it's somewhat of a fight between Vecna and military, and they both need their own type of help. But just guessing based on like what I learned this episode, could be wrong. Also, kind of nice that this episode was directed by Frank Darabont. For those who don't know, he is the guy who directed Shawshank Redemption, The Mist, The Green Mile, lots of cool Stephen King adaptations. So I do see he's a very solid fit for Stranger Things, considering this is also like basically a Stephen King story, but not written by Stephen King. It's a really good combination. The only the problem I had, like some of the action scene, large scale with Eleven and Hopper fighting those military guys, bit awkward, some of those scenes. But outside of that, really nice episode. Looks, again, as expensive as ever and very solid presentation. However, one thing that is like getting on my nerve is the constant bickering between the characters. Like this dynamic of like, oh no, I know better, but like no, you don't know what you're talking about. I know the better. No, I know the better, so you will listen to me. No, you listen to me. This is getting tiring, and I'm already in the 3rd episode. Like, I hope they tone it down a bit. Some nice funny scenes with the pie eating part, that was pretty good. And I also like a lot of the, I'm guessing it's practical, like looked at, it's like they're running the car through like everyone's backyard, through the fences. It feels nice, it has that weight to it. And I like the montage of like setting up the Demigorgon capture device, not capture but like to plant the device on the Demigorgon, the tracker. The payoff was a bit short, it felt like a bit too convenient in a sense that Demogorgon comes in, everything goes as expected in Home Alone style, and then they start chasing it. But still, just nitpicking, it was a lot of fun. I think out of all the pairs, Robin and Will are still my favorite. I think whenever they're on screen together, it is always very pleasant and fun to watch, and there's none of this unnecessary bickering that is just very annoying. And I'm also glad that the little sister character, they chose her in like a more interesting direction rather than just being something more frustrating and annoying. And that's it. And yeah, another thing I forgot to mention in previous two episodes as well, a lot of nice transitions. Like when they go from one scene to another, really creative cuts without like overdoing it, but nice matching cuts. It feels good. Feels nice. So that's it. I'm really excited for episode 4 and it looks like a banger. It's Hi. So that was a lot. That was a lot. That was amazing. That finale, not that felt like a finale, but like the Volume 1 finale is amazing. It was so good, and it is so well earned, so nicely set up and executed. Great, great. Like after it happened, it does seem obvious that of course Will's supposed to have superpower. Like that is how it is going to conclude like his character arc. But the way it happens, that entire conversation with him and Robin, and as I keep saying through like first episode, their chemistry is so good together, and how the Robin gives that beautiful speech to make him realize who he is, and that entire flashback with his family and Jonathan and the Joyce, and oh my god, like dude, that setup was mwah. And I love how there is like so much of long takes of this. How do you call it? Like this tracking shots. It genuinely felt like they were in a war-ish situation, right? They're in a military base, being attacked by so many demigorgons. It was epic. It felt epic, and boy, Vecna entry. I think they changed his design, right? It looks more menacing, and I love how like he literally walks in like he's going to do like a ramp walk at the Paris Fashion Week. It just so cool and badass. He just like walks in like a cool dude and just starts killing everybody. Let's talk about the whole episode in general. So Dustin and Tim, I like how in the beginning there's like this really nice like car run up and they go to upside down, but then they sort of disappear, right? Like the only thing happens is that Dustin realizes that the wall is a circle rather than like a straight wall, and even in that, I'm still gonna complain. I'm so sorry, but that bickering, this consistent bickering between like Dustin and Steve and John, it's just annoying, man. It's annoying, but other than that, oh man, let me see my notes. Good lord. So one thing, I wasn't that sad when Hopper was about to commit Sudoku, because they already baited him out in earlier season, like end of season 3, right? That oh no, he's dead. But then season 4, oh, he's back. I don't get excited about fake out deaths anymore. So I was like, unless he is actually dead, all the way until season 5 ends, I'm not feeling sad for him. Simply not gonna do it. And I'm glad I didn't, because it was another fake out BS. And then they revealed that it's actually 8 behind the door rather than Vecna, which makes sense. But I'm more curious. I'm intrigued. I want to see how they handle this character, considering it was the weakest point in 4 seasons combined. To be honest, I dislike that Russia arc with Hopper being in jail way more than side quest with my sister arc. However, it was a bit problematic. So I want to see how they learn from their mistakes and they realize, how we can fix their 8 character and make her more interesting. She already looks much better and badass with the buzz cut rather than that stupid hairstyle she had. And other is the kid, amazing. I love him so much. Oh my god, he's so adorable. He starts out as an annoying bully. I was like, okay, fine. He's like, you're another fat kid who is just a bully. But the development he goes through, like Joyce talking through him, and I was so prepared. I was like, the moment she unlocks him, like he is gonna just attack and run away. He does that and he's hilarious. I love him. I feel like he brings in that season 1 energy we had with the OG cast, right, when they were all younger. And overall, just so many funny moments that actually work, as I said, with the kid going back to the military base and like escorting all of these kids out through the tunnel with the yoga routine. That was hilarious. And how Mike and Will are just like doing this plumber shit, and little girl walks in. I missed it. I think we really needed this, like this season 1 type charm and some genuine goofy comedy. Overall, just so much fun. I also like that bickering between Eleven and Hopper is also over. You know, now they're like working more as a team, and some of the action with Eleven was also good. Overall, still like that Sarah Connor and military plotline in particular is like the less interesting to me compared to everything else. I also really love what they're doing with Max and Holly. So Max and Holly, I like how that is more on the, I guess, lore side and the more of a trickier side of the story rather than just simple action. And I really want to know what's the story with the cave. As I said, it is like they're back in time, but I like how rather than like literal time travel, they're stuck inside Henry's memory, and they can like access that old time area through him. So that was really interesting. I wish there was more of that, but I think we will get it. We will get like a story of the cave and more Vecna stuff, because I just saw the next episode's runtime. Oh my god, it's like we're eating good. We're eating really good this Christmas and New Year. Every next episode is length of a proper full length movie. Like second last episode is like almost 2 hours, like last two episodes both. Now I'm glad that rather than deciding to binge it, I watched it like I'm watching it volume by volume, because there's just so much content here to watch and process that if someone binges through it, I think it's a disservice to the show and the viewer both, because you simply cannot like, sure you can, but you won't be able to enjoy it in the same way. And I'm just really excited for Christmas now. And if you guys enjoy this one, let me know in the comments. I will be more than happy to record my reaction of each episode and make another video like this, two more for volume 2 and the finale, because it's a lot of fun. So if you like this video, please leave a comment or something, let me know that this is the stuff you mess with, and I will be more than happy to do it. So thank you for watching. I will see you next time. Till then, goodbye, take care, and have some fun with fiction.